What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Torino Career Mode. This is episode number 59, and we start today's episode off with a couple of scout reports. The second month worth of scouting for one scout based in Brazil and one scout based in Italy. We signed one player, or do we sign two? I'm pretty sure we just signed one Brazilian player to our academy, and we'll leave the rest in the scouting updates reports, if you will, and we'll wait and see how they turn out, because some players, will go to other clubs, and if that does happen, then fair enough, I suppose. It's not usually a huge loss anyway, but either way, we'll have to wait and see how they look after another month's worth of scouting. And we take on Feyenoord for the first game of today's episode. Here is the Dutch side come and take us on here at the Stadio Olimpico de Torino in the penultimate game of the Champions League group stage. And of course, after beating St Etienne in the last game in the Champions League in match day 3, coming into this one, it meant just 1 point would guarantee us a place in the knockout stages. Just preventing Feyenoord from winning would see us going through to the knockout stages. So of course, that was our main aim coming into this game. But the first chance would fall to the Dutch side, knowing they'd need a win. Jordi Classie's header goes just over the bar and behind for a goal kick, so a signal of intent early on, but it was still goalless. But in the 14th minute, as they get the ball away from a free kick, Gabbiadini finds Poloski inside towards Zardes here. Zardes ball rolls before finding Gabbiadini down the left-hand side, cuts past his man, back inside towards Zardes. Vermeer makes the save, but Poloski turns in the rebound and makes it Torino 1, Feyenoord 0. So he scored against St Etienne, he now scores against Feyenoord. It's Torino 1, Feyenoord 0, just 15 minutes in, and in a game where Feyenoord needed to at least, well, they need to win, needed to at least win in this game. They're already a goal down, and our defence this year has been so tight. The chance of them coming back into the game and getting themselves the win they needed was going to be quite slim, but they were still going to go for it. And in the 25th minute, they had another good chance here. Toonstra crosses the ball in, and the number 7's header goes just over the bar. So still 1-0, but they certainly weren't going to lie down and just let us run away with it. But in the 31st minute, though, we had a corner, and Gabbiadini stood over it. We swung the ball into the centre, looking for Clement Grenier, who does win the header, but it goes harmlessly over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still Torino 1, Feyenoord 0. And in the 41st minute, another good chance for the Dutch side here. Jordi Clashie finds his man. It gets played out wide towards Toonstra. Number 28 gets on the ball, turns his man, gets inside to cross, picks out the number 7 at the far post, who wins the header, but Bernie makes a superb save, and we scramble the ball away. So still Torino 1, Feyenoord 0. But in the 45th minute, yet another good chance for the Dutch side. Jordi Classy finds the number 7 again. Eventually, they work their way inside, and the shot is taken, but it goes off target and behind for a goal kick with the final kick of the half. So still Torino 1, Feyenoord 0. But despite being a goal down, they were playing very well, just a little bit unlucky. But 2 minutes after the restart, it could have and should have been 2-0 to Torino. Zardes got played forward, and I thought Vermeer was going to come off his line, so I tried to chip him first time, but sadly he didn't, and it was still 1-0. And with 20 minutes to go, Feyenoord still needed to grab themselves another 2 goals, otherwise they were going to be going out of the Champions League in the group stage. They would get themselves a goal here as well, as Toonstra played the ball inside, and the strike by Mazzarini found the back of the net. I thought Bernie possibly could have done a little bit better, I thought Bernie possibly could have done a little bit better there, but you would have seen on the replay right here, when the shot is taken, actually goes through the legs of the defender and into the back of the net. So Torino 1, Feyenoord 1, and the away side back on level terms, starting to give us a little bit of pressure here. But in the 85th minute, a good chance to make it 2-1 and get ourselves back in front. Zardes draws on a cross, and it's not fully dealt with. Biselli wins the header, and it comes to Clement Grenier. Our French midfielder Ronaldo shots around his man and shoots from just outside the area, but it's off target and it goes behind for a goal kick. So still Torino 1, Feyenoord 1. And with the game coming to its close, Feyenoord, despite scoring that late goal, had sort of run out of legs a little bit and started to give the ball away and were a bit lazy in possession. And as Lazari gets on the ball here, he takes it around his man, picks out Clement Grenier, looking for a goal here, but the shot is blocked and turned behind for a corner. And it was how the game would finish as well. Torino 1, Feyenoord 1. So we get the job done, and it's a point, it's a draw, and you may say it's not a great result considering how well we did against Feyenoord away from home, but it's what we needed to do. And, we played well. I think the stats were quite balanced, and I think a draw was the fair result, despite Feyenoord looking a little bit better, I guess, in the gameplay there. I think the draw was the fair result though. But yeah, we did what we needed to do, and as you can see, because we drew that game and avoided defeat, we are 5 points clear of Feyenoord with 1 game to go, which of course does mean we have guaranteed a place in knockout stages. And I'm pleased. I'm pleased to be on course with my prediction as well of saying it'll be between Real Madrid and Torino to see who finishes top of the group, because coming into the final game of the Champions League group will have to beat Real Madrid at the Stadio Olimpico de Torino. Otherwise, Real Madrid will finish top. So if they just get a draw at home for at home, then they'll guarantee a place top of the table. So if they draw or win, they finish first. If we win, then we finish first. So glad to be on course with my prediction. But I think I wouldn't say it was on the cards for that to happen, but I just felt as though we are a good team now. We're not like a team who go into the Champions League like last season we did and just thought, if we can get through, it's fantastic. Otherwise, we're not going to be too heartbroken about it. It may only be our second season in European football, but we've got a really solid squad here. So I felt like it was expected, and I'm pretty pleased we have guaranteed a place in the knockout stage, and hopefully we will come out on top as well in the game against Real Madrid and finish first. Still, we took on Hellas Verona for the second and final game of today's episode here, taking on the side from Verona as they come and take us on at the Stadio Olimpico de Torino. And the first goal will be scored in the 29th minute as well through Lorenzo Motta, our 17-year-old academy prospect. Does make it Torino 1, Hellas Verona 0. Hakan played him the ball forward there, and Motta did the job as well. And you guys have pointed out that Lorenzo Motta could play anywhere, as I did mention when we first signed him, and he's now got his second goal in the Serie A. I signed him primarily as a defensive midfielder. I signed him to the first team to play in the defensive midfield position ahead of Baselli, but he gets forward quite a lot. He does get himself into the opposition area quite a lot. He did there as well, and he had a good finish on him too. So Torino 1, Hellas Verona 0. They went pretty close to equalising there with that shot, but it was just off target. It was still 1-0. And in the 49th minute here, we win the ball back, and eventually Motta gets on the ball from Keita's pass. He picks up Hakan Çalhanoğlu back towards Lorenzo Motta, linking up quite nicely in this game, these two. And as Keita gets on the ball here, he turns his man with a step over, keeps holding the ball, plays that wide towards Hong Chol, our Korean fullback, takes it around his man, whips it across to the far post, and Mobley wins the header and picks out the bottom corner as well to make it Torino 2, Hellas Verona 0. So I don't know who's going to score more goals this season, Dybala or Immobile, but they've both got off to really good starts, especially considering Immobile was out for the first 2 months of the season. Immobile gets another goal there, heads it past the goalkeeper into the bottom corner, and it's Torino 2, Hellas Verona 0 as he gets his 5th goal in the Serie A so far this season. In the 55th minute, a good chance for Hellas Verona to get themselves back in the game. Gomez goes down the right hand side and crosses the wing towards Fernandinho. He wins the header but can't hit the target as it's off target and goes behind for a goal kick. So still Torino 2, Hellas Verona 0. And from the goal kick, we pass out from the back as per usual. Hong Chol receives it from Bernie and crossfields towards Alexandro. Flicks it on towards Motta. Motta finds Kamisa. Kamisa then finds Immobile, who keeps hold of the ball and plays it back towards Kamisa. Through towards Immobile here. Plays it through towards Dybala. Holds the ball up. Rounds his last defender. Goes through the shoot. But Raphael makes a great save and turns it behind for a corner. So still Torino 2, Hellas Verona 0 as we went in search of the dagger to kill the game off. But it was still 2-0. In the 75th minute, a good chance for Hellas Verona to get themselves back in the game. Fernandinho finds the man in the centre, but Bernie makes a great save at point blank range and manages to get the ball away for a corner. So really good stop there by our experienced goalkeeper, and it was still 2-0 to Torino. And from the corner, it's crossed into the box here, into the centre towards Moras, who goes for the header. Bernie doesn't really deal with it, and eventually it comes to the number 9, who holds the ball up, plays it back towards the corner kick taker here, takes it around Benassi, plays it back inside towards the number 9, and the shot hits the side netting and goes behind for a goal kick. So still Torino 2, Hellas Verona 0. And they did have chances, the away side, they did have chances to get themselves back in the game and try and get some goals, but their finishing just wasn't the best. And in stoppage time, a good chance for us to make it 3-0. Immobile goes down the left-hand side, cuts past his man, keeps on going, gets inside with a fake shot and shoots, and also finds the back of the net as well. A really good strike by Immobile there, his second goal of the game. And it's Torino 3, Hellas Verona 0. So great finish by Immobile there, rolling out from the back with Bernie, getting ourselves forward, and a great finish by Immobile. Once he cut past the last defender with a fake shot there, I know he's a little bit off balance, but Immobile's got great shot power, a really good finish on him. I always fancied him to score that one, and it was a really good strike as well. So it's now his 6th goal in the Serie A. He makes it Torino 3, Hellas Verona 0. And it was how the game would finish as well, 3-0 to Torino. We get ourselves another win notched up, and great to return to winning ways as well after the draw against Feyenoord in midweek. This one a thoroughly deserving win, played much better than Hellas Verona. A few shots did come from outside the area, yes, but I felt that we did play much better and did deserve the win. Immobile was my player in the match. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, and I'm not sure whether he will score 23 goals this season, but despite being injured for the first 2 months, he's come back into the first team and looked really, really good. And to end the episode off, we have a Youth Squad Monthly Report, a squad report, and a look at the league tables as well. As you can see, this is the Youth Squad Monthly Report right now. The academy players players are looking really, really good. Some great young talent in our academy right now, and can't wait to promote some of those guys come May. And also, we had a training injury as well. Hong Chol is going to be out for 2 weeks. That's now his second injury of the season already. He'll be out for 2 weeks. His first injury came on international duty. It's not a big blow, but he did have a good game in that game against Hellas Verona. Got an assist for Immobile's first goal, and he'll be out for 2 weeks. Not a huge blow, but even so, never nice to see. And we have a squad report as well. As you can see here, how the players are currently getting on. You may have noticed as well, Keita is a 77 overall. In the last squad report, it showed him as a 76, even though he'd already gone up to a 77. So I don't know what actually happened there. I went back into the game, and when I did the squad report 2 episodes ago, he was a 76. I went back into the game, and he turned up to be a 77. And as you'll see, he is indeed a 77 overall. So I'm not really sure what happened there. But anyway, squad report, you can see how the players are currently getting on, and also look at the league table as well. As you can see right now, we are top by 3 points ahead of Roma, still the only undefeated side in the Serie A so far, and Juventus clawing their way back into the title race with, with 24 games to go, but even so, not the best of starts for them, and right now Roma are looking like the best threat for us for our title. But that does end the episode, guys, so as always, big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Torino Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Torino Career Mode very soon.